Hello Guilty Gear Xrd players, this is a match review of Only Mids, a North American tournament for intermediate players. It is hosted by Coquette and occurs at the end of every month. If you're interested in playing or spectating, check out the link in the cards and details. There is no entrance fee, and if you win, get to have your character drawn by the incredibly talented artist herself. I've done a few of these already, so check out the playlist if you want to see other tips. Also, I have two co-hosts, HypedForSlicedBread and Zero, to lend their expertise. Both of these players are incredibly talented and use multiple characters. Before I do start though, I want to let you know that a lot of the things I say are suggestions and preferable solutions may differ based on player strength and situations. We don't claim to know every character property and move interactions. So if you find a better strategy or think we missed a point, let us know in the comments. The main goal here is to start a discussion on points to improve.
He also doesn't like have any full screen presence, which I think is a big deal. If you can't do anything true full screen versus Biken, then she has no reason not to just own you forever. There's command grab, so like trying to Azami during a block string to get the cheeky red Azami, but command grab doesn't care. You know,
I'm not a big fan of blitzing Gunflame.
It's probably not a good idea on average. It's just the way the projectile works, it usually travels a distance before. So you don't usually get the reject on it a lot of the time.
And I feel like most souls who have an idea what they're doing will not Gunflame at reject range usually.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Usually it's what, far slash and 5H are the buttons they cancel into it. So neither is particularly close.
Yeah, it's
this is tournament context, so it's a little bit different, but just in general, good habit. You can't avoid that part of the game.
Can I? I'm gonna start off because I play this way too much this matchup. Chips 2S covers way too many options.
Yeah, 2S is pretty brolic in this matchup for
this
Chip.
is round start.
Covers,
2S
covers reglide, covers a lot of stroke.
I'm at a point when I play this matchup where I don't press a button unless I'm incredibly hard reading something. So yeah, this is one of those I feel like it's Chip's buttons will be there's a reason why this matchup is incredibly bad.
Yeah, so I think that the tricky part is that one, he's got great buttons to represent in situations where Eno has to present either something like a stroke to big tree to low profile bar it, or a hover, hover dash to go over the low to catch, right? Generally that is the level 1 RPS, but 2S covers both, and you're also fighting a character where if you give him the respect because you think 2S will come out, he has some of the best escapes in the game, teleporting out, 3 jumps, he's very mobile. So having to do it all over again is such a pain.
This is if you better snowball, are you gonna have a really bad time talking about matchup? Ooh. This is really specific. If you block a dive, any a nest dive in the air, it is almost certainly punishable. At least if at the minimum you want to throw as you go down, because it's very negative. So if you IB, you can even throw in the air. So highly recommend. If you're not sure, always just default throw. You'll usually always win. That was a jump back H, and that just loses every time to 2K. I mean 2H or chip body.
Too many hits. Yeah, well, also just a lot of hits,
Oh no, this is chip body. So the way the JH hits at certain ranges, oops, sorry. This is slightly far range. The 5H hits at a very weird angle. Look how late it hits. Yeah, so the air dash timing changes, also the height changes. In this sense, the air dash combo doesn't work, or an incredibly difficult combo. So don't go for the air dash combo on this one. Just do an S dive combo. It feels very lame doing a beginner combo, but it's to a point I've seen Marlon Pie just don't bother with this in the corner at certain ranges. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna S dive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super firm in that. I will tell a lot of players at the beginning, dude, if you can get a knockdown into HCL VCL, just take it.
Yeah.
Practicing Okazeme is important for Ino. So I hate seeing a lot of like I understand wanting to do. Oh, that's a tough anti. I get wanting to do combos because that's the point of Ino.
Yeah, that's the point of playing Ino.
So is Okazeme, and you don't get to practice your Okazeme off a drop combo.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Ooh, out of range is tough.
Yeah, I've noticed once I got past a certain level, like intermediate level, I started doing just 2K 2D note a lot more. Because I'm like, I'd rather have this note Oki.
Yeah. Like the one thing I'll say, and this is kind of like a concept that exists with a lot of the projectile Okazeme characters, in my opinion, and Zero can definitely attribute to this because I think Venom has a similar dynamic, where it's like sometimes it's just about getting a good Okazeme situation and hit confirming into a better combo off the Oki. My point is like people tend to do that with Axl, but this matchup's even. You know, like don't get it twisted. Like Soul has an even matchup into this, and Nazia's doing a good example of like just walling out Soul. Like, and Learn's been fishing a lot on these bringers, but like Nazia is just timing the 2H as well. Bringer is a little too slow on the startup, you know.
There's a very clear cycle for Nazia going, like changing buttons, because it was, like I said, 5P and stuff like that earlier. Then once he sees Learn stop jumping, then the 2Hs come out with the incense and stuff like that. So it's like there's a very clear plan, and I'm actually appreciating that a lot. Nausea.
Yeah, no, on Learn's end, like he keeps getting openings like this, but just you need to confirm. You know, at the end of the day, like Soul needs the combo, bro.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, hard, very confident.
Holy. Run up parry that.
It kind of. Oh, that should have been combo. Oh, kind of reminds me of when I run up on somebody's wake up and do like a stance with Raven kind of thing.
It's definitely a lot more extreme, I think, than Raven's stance.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he has to also guess what they're mashing on wake up.
Yeah. That was a really good dash out.
Yeah, good awareness. They didn't have the frame advantage the way they set up the safe jump.
Yeah, it's like to recognize that is, I think, really good, and act on it.
He's just doing a really good job, like boxing out Soul right now.
Yeah, this is cycling,
like, committing.
Oh, that was a really good throw.
It's like reading the room really well in terms of what Lord wants to do. But I guess it comes with a character because you have to play that, right?
Yeah, I think Axl spends a lot of time just paying attention to things like that. What else are you gonna do as Axl? You know, that is your gameplay.
Certainly, definitely a counterplay heavy character.
Yeah,
but it.
Yeah, I think it's a lot about control, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's a big hit.
I think that's the only thing Nausea is dying from is like the random
bringer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, if you were to like put numbers on the board, it hasn't been too many. You know, if there's been 10 bringers, maybe 2 of them hit.
I do see the 214. Was it 214 the flip?
Yeah, it's DP. It's like DP on K.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a DP input. Yeah, I think the only thing is trying to do that less, because there's a lot of times kind of like YOLO doing the cross up and just kind of die for it. Don't need to do that. Like stick to the game plan, just like play keep away.
Yeah, it was very effective. I think the
here, like you don't have to be doing that, right? Like there's no reason to do that. You're like meter advantage right here. Like you just put yourself in the corner, right? So it's like
I think what Nausea is trying to do, because I do kind of see it where they're trying to cycle through the...
Yeah, I was gonna say the exact same thing. Yeah.
And so they also don't want to be like, hey, I want to mix it up, right? I want to be cold a lot, but I also want like to plant a seed of doubt of there'll be a hot somewhere.
Yeah, that's
right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like be unpredictable.
Yeah, I agree with Zero that I think for the most part they felt like just like why not? Like I don't think there was a specific thing Nausea was trying to catch, but I do agree with you that I think it's one of those where they're like, well, I can't always rent him. You know, like I got to make it look a little different sometimes, so that they think, oh, I don't want to do this because what if he does that? You know. That's
what I saw, but also there's a part of me that agrees with Zero. Like you do want to keep it, you do want to put some spice in there, but you want to do it for like a reason.
Exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say if it ain't broke, man.
Yeah, because because the way Nazi was playing was very good in terms of like you didn't have to spice it up. Like I would have played so cold and so late.
Same.
I guess let me this is a really general talk here because Dizzy does this quite a lot where I mean it's not just Dizzy but it happens a lot. I feel like in the corner where she does a air dash jump delay air dash or just air dash situation like this, just FDing the air strings. This is any character will usually push them out.
Yeah.
So that if there's like 3 or 4 hits, the last one will whiff, or whatever the land, then press a button would usually whiff, unless they recognize the situation and do it like a long range button. So, I mean, it's just something I tell myself to try to do like a lot more recently. Is that if you see an air dash attack, you just FD. And not,
I think the extra distance is really helpful, especially at least like with someone like Dizzy will say, her close slash is plus on regular block. So building the distance where let's say she lands and she doesn't get close slash anymore, it can be a big deal.
Yeah, and I think especially like until you get to the higher levels, like people don't change string by seeing FD. Because I know, like, when I play you guys, or you know, when I play anybody of your guys' caliber, if I do an FD to like the string, the follow-up button on the ground will change. But like a lot of times, I feel like at intermediate level, it's just the same string, right? They don't expect FD, so
autopilot,
yeah, and the button will whiff, and if you get that whiff punish, it feels so good. One of the highlight moments I would say, like in defensive structure, so I highly recommend like making it a habit.
Yeah, faultless defense is really solid at the intermediate level at like just checking people's awareness.
Yeah.
Messing up the string a little bit. Oh, I believe they could get the pickup. They were a little late on the 5K. I think that did call me. Teleport. By the way, if anyone's ever curious, you know that he's doing teleports off of the projectile because he holds it longer.
Yeah.
That's the giveaway. If anybody's never like figured out how it works, if he kind of like charges it up a good bit, that's the one that teleports. That's always your indicator to know when you block the head, he's gonna teleport. Where the regular one is much faster.
You know, actually, I don't know the frame data. It's probably going to depend on the distance as well. But if you block the Task A, it's Task A, right? Whatever the thing he throws.
A Task A prime is what the teleport is called.
I was wondering if you could block and throw when he does you block the projectile and throw when he comes up to you. Okay.
I don't know. Honestly, I'll be honest. I don't remember if instant blocking A prime makes it minus, because that was the second question. Yeah, I don't remember because I've always blitzed it when I see Bedman do Task A prime, because that's what I've always been told you do. Usually, if you have like a fast throw OS, you do a blitz into throw OS versus it.
Gotcha.
I'll be honest, I like don't block it.
Yeah, no, I get it. Nobody wants to block that if you can react to it. And
he's definitely still plus. I pulled it up. He's +9 normally. Yeah. He's definitely still plus on IV.
Okay, never mind
then. The weird thing is whenever I go for blitz there, he never gets rejected. So it's like he just
he's
actionable.
But it's like he's actionable.
Weird scenario.
It's not like the blitz is free. It's just that's a really good check for a lot of characters.
Yeah.
A little early on the 5D, 6P, it's kind of guaranteed. I like that okay at the end. Using the JD, knowing like, I might as well check Blitz here. With the ball okay.
Really general advice for Raven players, because this is ingrained into me as a Raven player. If you're in mid flight during a glide, and if somebody RCs, you will, if you continue, you will get hit. Like you will get anti-aired, right? So the best thing here is if you have meter RC back and cancel the glide. It's almost a must at anything past intermediate, because it's just, yeah, you're gonna get anti-aired.
Yeah, I mean, and then he's got like okay options. You could do like YRC there into needle toss. To bait
That's what I'm saying. It's just you have to YRC though. It's because it's guaranteed, because you're committed to that glide, almost without canceling it. Can I go with something really, like, something that happens probably quite a lot in this matchup, especially at intermediate level? If you're gonna air tech against Axl, like, I would always delay tech, because dealing with stuff like, I think it's 2S, right, is really rough. But if you make the Axl player throw it out, that's because the recovery is so long on his moves, it's usually a punish. So usually don't panic and mash, like, yeah. In that situation, like, you do a delay tech, that's a punish. So highly recommend against Axl.
Yeah, either delay tech, don't tech, or just tech blitz. Like, there's no reason to tech against Axl.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's like in most situations, right? If you're in the air.
Yeah, you're just giving him extra chances, because that's how he gets his damage. They're always gonna like look for it, because that's just part of his game plan.
This one's interesting to me. I'm no Venom player. Zero can talk on this more than I can, but I would imagine this plays out like kind of similarly to like a more forgiving Elfelt sniper, where it's like if she gets really set up full screen, it might be awkward, but if you get a couple balls going, you know, you get some full screen presence versus her.
Yeah, so fastballs are generally good against Dizzy because she can't set up. So
yeah, like 5K and stuff, right?
Yeah, like 5K, 5H. Like
yeah,
2S, anything.
Yeah, setting a ball and picking the ones that give it really fast acceleration.
Yeah, because slow balls give enough time for her to summon, so you don't want that.
That makes sense. How is Q5 in this matchup?
So Q5 doesn't actually eat a lot of her projectiles. Like,
yeah, right, because the laser takes priority.
Laser doesn't do anything. Needle, for some reason, like, I don't know why, but I guess they coded it weird. Like, it doesn't eat the projectile.
Interesting, because that's the one I was curious about. Is if it beat like the ice spike, or not the ice spike, the ice spear or the fire spear.
Yeah, like the ice spear or fire spear, you can't eat that projectile. It just doesn't work.
Yeah. Then I could see it being
never
like
QB.
Yeah. And then I'm not sure, like, how is like Dizzy's jump on defense? Because I would imagine like Carcass could help, but usually once people lock down Dizzy, she tends to jump out really easily.
Yeah, so she has an easy time getting out of Venom's stuff because the double air dash, right? So like anytime she like super jumps out, she just kind of gets out. So that's like one of her strengths. You can't lock her in the corner forever.
Yeah, that's usually I find the case for a lot of characters. But I was curious because Venom's lockdown is generally much stronger than a lot of other characters.
Yeah, she just has like good buttons to swing with. She has an easier access to like knockdowns. She has solid damage. Yeah. Like your basic like this, you just 1-off 6P, right? Like most of your damage is gonna come from the anti-airs. But it's still like it's still hard because it's like if Dizzy can just like climb the IDJK wall or just like bait it out, put like a bubble down and then do the air dash back, air dash forward, then you can't like, you're never reacting, you're just doing it off of like a read.
Yeah, to be preemptive. Yeah. You have to be preemptive, otherwise it hits too late. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you just lose anyways, so it's like
okay.
It's a weird matchup. Because the moment you're in this situation, you just lose.
Yeah. Well, the thing I'm curious about, and it hasn't happened just yet much with Ghastly, but like, is 2S okay at checking anything that isn't like Ice Spike YRC?
Yeah, 2S is actually really good in this matchup. A lot of the buttons, when you're in like far slash or 2S spacing, you just like win every like option. Pretty much.
That cross up's nasty. Yeah, that makes sense. This matchup seems mostly straightforward to me, if I had to guess.
It's pretty straightforward. Just defense is rough for Venom.
Yeah. Well, if it's any consolation, I'll say what I always say: defense is rough for everybody versus Dizzy. That's not. Yeah, don't feel bad, bro. That's just the character. I always check people because it's very easy for people to be like, I think the matchup's kind of whack, but when you start blocking Dizzy, it's rough. And I'm like, dude, that's everybody. That's not a matchup thing. That's Dizzy.
Yeah, that's just Dizzy.
That's like being like, oh, Mulia mixes are kind of hard to block for Venom. It's like, well, they're kind of hard to block for everybody.
Dizzy top 3, maybe.
Nah, I'm a firm believer that's memes. I don't believe that. But so far, I mean,
like
I think
top 5, maybe.
I will say top 5's fine. If you want to say that, that's fine. I don't think that, but that's fine. Yeah, I do think for the most part, nice, good word. Ghastly has been like really locked in on, I think, on a lot of Sophist's defensive options on Oki. Sophist has relied so far like a good amount on trying to, you know, check like with Blitz on Wake Up, or like check with like a superhero there or Dead Angle, and Ghastly's had pretty good intuition doing like a lot of the like set ball into like JD, where you meaty them like safely, but it's not a mix up, you know?
Yeah, just baiting it out.
Yeah, just like good safe checks. And that's been really big for Sophist, because like the times that Ghastly hasn't, it's paid a lot of bills. Good catch on the jump. Yeah, and also like Ghastly's been doing a really good job of just like managing having a lot of balls on screen at once, not going like too ham before like they get a couple out, which is pretty impressive considering like it's Dizzy.
Setting up balls sounds really rough in this.
Yeah, you just kind of have to scramble.
Yeah, it could see it. I mean, it depends on distance. After a certain distance, I mean, you get a ball set for free essentially. Like Dizzy doesn't have resonance.
You have
but
to...
if you're in the range of her air dash, it's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, so it's a lot of like mind games. And if there's a fish like H-fish, you just have to block or just go in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, what
I give a lot of general advice versus Dizzy. It depends on your character's jump arc, but a lot of times what I tell people is like Firefish tends to be really oppressive for a lot of people when they fight Dizzy. My usual game plan, and it's better like the better like altitude you have on your jump arc. If you have a higher, like not too high, but like relatively floaty, it's nice to just jump when you see the Firefish come out and then air dash back, right? Like you don't block the grounded one, and if the air one hits you, it never turns into a combo. And the scary part is when you block grounded Firefishes, that leads to mix-ups. Like she air dashes in and does mix-ups.
Yeah, that's how Ray always gets to me. He just
So it's a lot of times I just recommend people to like when you see it, like just play the expected value of it. You know, like be willing to eat the air hit every now and then, because the scrambles are way better than eating a mix-up.
So you're saying full jump forward and backdash?
Like neutral jump and then air backdash as the laser is happening on the ground.
I see.
Right, so that it's like you avoid blocking it. Obviously they can do the high one and you can't react to anything to determine what it is, but the high one won't ever turn into good situations for Dizzy. She'll get like scrambles and anti-air potential, but she won't get mix-ups off of it.
Yeah, like a knockdown, right? She'll probably get the like
she can get like a JD or something, and she still has to be close. She can't get that from full screen.
That's true.
You know.
Yeah,
so the air dash back is gonna keep that generally safe. You know, it's a good thing. I usually tell people to try as like a level 1 thing for if you don't know what to do versus like Firefishes. It's just like jump back and air dash back.
You know what? I'll try it out. Completely.
It also covers like bubbles, because that also leads to mix up, right?
Yeah.
And if you're in the air, you're not getting mixed up.
Go back like 20 seconds. I'm telling you, man. Like there's a lot of instances, and it might have been just coincidence, but like that teleport right when Ice Spike YRC happened was like. If that was on purpose, that's really good intuition in this situation that comes up right now. And like this is the thing I was saying, where like Ghastly was just pretty tapped into a lot of the defensive stuff that Sophist was trying to do, where like they get like a ball hit here, I think, somewhere, and then they just like H teleport. Like knockdown, H teleport, bait the gold burst, right? Teleport out of the YRC, like Ice Spike defensive option.
There's a few really nice
Bait the blitz on Wake Up. See, like like that in those 3 sequences back to back were really good.
It's good reads.
Ghastly has been doing a lot of really sharp teleports. I have to say, like purposely leaving the ball out.
Ghastly's definitely a teleport appreciator.
Yeah,
they do it a lot, and they're good with it. They have a good understanding of like when and where to use it.
I mean, you kind of have to, right? In a way, because you want to. I think by teleporting, because every time I play Zero, like if I see a ball behind me, I have to take into account. Pressure.
Yeah. Because even if I don't teleport, you have to sit there.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the moment you push up, if I teleport, then I cross you up and I get a ball hit. And then
or you just at least get mid-screen, right, instead of the corner.
Yeah,
so.
at least I get out.
So it's like threading that is so good. I mean, it feels good as a player to catch that, but like it also daunting that I have to keep certain space or like I have to think about it.
Yeah. I usually just check them with Blitz on reaction to the teleport so that I don't always get meatied by them in that situation. And then every now and then holding up just works out. But that's just like my approach to it.
Yeah. I usually try to air throw it by not just like not doing much neutral.
I don't like the air throw because you can't react to it. No, it's reactable. It's reactable, but I don't think with air throw because it's like you got to add the time it takes you to like leave the floor, and a lot of the times you block Venom JH before it happens.
I mean, there is a little bit of startup animation on the teleport, so if you, you know what, I don't know.
You can see the animation and then just react.
I'll test it out. I've always just reacted to the camera, like shifting and then blitzing.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I usually just because there's an animation that Venom does when he's doing it.
When he teleports. It's like a small hop kind of thing.